All right, hello guys. You will have already seen the look. I haven't, obviously. We're doing it together. I have already rolled for the shades, but we will get into that in a second. This is a Valentine's Day palette bingo collaboration with Kay at Makeup Lens. I will have her linked down below. We're going to answer 10 Valentine's Day related questions that she found while we do a palette bingo on the Glamlite Barbie Dream Summer palette, which she loves and I have never used. It looks used because I got this from DW, but I have never personally used it. So, we'll get into the questions in just a minute. The shades that I rolled, I will have up here. We started with shade number 5, which is Summer Dreams, which is this gold. These swatch beautifully. Then we got 16, 12, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, which is the shade Imagine, which is a matte blue. Holy moly, are these pigmented. Then we got number 7, which is a matte pink. It's Playday. Oh, this look is gonna be creative, that's for sure. Then we got shade number 8, which is Superstar, which is this pretty, like, pinky purple. And then I really like that shade. Then we got shade number 12, which is Sunkissed, which is a pink shimmer, a hot pink. Very pretty. It doesn't have as much shine as the other ones, but that's okay. We'll make it work. And then we got shade 11, which is Leave a Message, which is this like tealy blue. So that's our color story, which is pretty cohesive except for that gold. And it's like a bronzy gold. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but you know, it's fine. For eye primer, I honestly think I'm gonna do a mix, because I like this color and I think it'll work well with what we're going with. This is the About Face La Zona Rosa shade and my Julep Beauty Shadow Stick in Caramel Matte. I think it'll give us a nice pinky warm base. So we're gonna do this eye. But question number 1 is, what is your favorite Valentine's Day candy or chocolate bar? And for me, I do like boxes of chocolate. I think they're nice. My favorite, like, candy in boxes of chocolate, I really like the strawberry, like, they're usually dark chocolate, but the strawberry cream, like the ones filled with strawberry cream, are my favorite. Personally, I love chocolate covered cherries. And granted, I'm pretty sure now you can get chocolate covered cherries like any time of the year, but like they're best during Valentine's Day. And then I love the Reese's Hearts. Granted, that's not the best formula. I have a whole thing with that. Like for Reese's, certain shapes taste better than other shapes. And if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. But the hearts are still pretty good. Yeah, I think that that'll be a pretty nice base color for what we're doing. Just a little bit darker than my lid shade, because I could have gone lighter to make these bright, but I kind of want to tone them down a little bit. I honestly think I'm going to start with the really dark blue and blend it out with those shades. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Question number 2 is name 5 things you love. And is it bad that that question took me a minute? Because, like, I'm not good at, like, because I'm doing journal prompts right now, and I currently just had to do a gratitude journal prompt, and, like, I love things. I'm grateful for things, but having to sit there and list them, it's almost like I get performance anxiety. Like, I don't know. I love things, and that's it. But I love my cat. I love Blazemere. If you're new here, I'm sure you'll see him in a future video. If you would be so kind as to subscribe and stick around. But he is my emotional support animal. I have depression, anxiety, and PTSD. So he greatly helps me with that. He is the best boy. He just learned how to open our fridge because that's where I keep his water. So that's been fun. Love that for me. I didn't get out this brush. I love Ian. That's my spouse. We're not married, but we've been together. It'll be 5 years, February 20th. Our anniversary is just after Valentine's Day. So we usually do like a combination celebration, either the weekend of Valentine's Day, the weekend after. Really just depends on like his work schedule, what we can schedule, because you know things are packed for Valentine's Day, and neither of us like crowds like that. So, but yeah, so we will have been together 5 years this year, so I very much love him. A little materialistic, but I love my makeup collection. Obviously, I wouldn't have this channel if I didn't love my makeup collection. And I did want to be realistic. And I think realism comes when you have a bigger collection like this. You are a little materialistic. I think that that's a given, honestly. The friends that I've met in this makeup community, Kay being one of them, DW, Amy, both Amy's, oh yeah, this pink is gonna be pinkin'. Goodness gracious. But all the friends that I have made along the way in this makeup community have been absolutely wonderful, and I love it so much. You guys have no idea how grateful you've been to my mental health, just how much I love you as people, as content creators, how much I wish the best for each and every one of you. And honestly, the last one is I'm pretty grateful for the fact that I can have internet at a cheaper price because of being on disability and our video game systems, because that is my other hobby is we play video games. We have a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series S, I believe. The cheaper one, whether that's the S or the X, I don't remember. I would love to get a PC. That's next on our list because I am a Sims player. I would also love to get a Switch because I would love to get back into Animal Crossings. I play cozy games. Ian loves mil sims, military simulation games. He loves shooters. He just loves fighting games in general. But he also really likes strategy games. He has a little bit of everything. He has a lot of games on his Xbox because until I got him the PlayStation 5, he was an Xbox guy, like through and through. And now he really loves his PlayStation 5. Like, we have the VR for it. He has a steering wheel for it because he loves. That's another thing. He loves racing games. He's a car guy. That's for sure. And he really likes motorcycles. He wants a sport bike eventually. So I don't think that's horrible. There's some patching right there, but I don't think that's that bad. So I don't need those brushes. But yeah, overall, I think that would be what, name 5 things you love. For question number 3, it is staying in or going out. For me, it's always going to be staying in. Like, I seldom go out. And when I do go out, it's for a very specific reason, a very specific occasion. I have to have everything planned of what we're doing, where we're going. I have a lot of it's not even social anxiety. There's so much that can go wrong, and that's where my brain goes. So, I like to freak out. It's a fun time. I'm great at parties. Just kidding. See, now why didn't it blend into a pretty purple up here? Blended into a pretty purple on my lower lash line. That's some baloney. So we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. We're going to do both eyes today. Question number 4 is box of chocolates or bouquet of flowers? Box of chocolates, 100%. Not only because, if you cannot tell, I am fat kid, but also because the flowers die super quickly, and I am not good at keeping things like that alive. My dad, when I was in high school, gave me a cactus, and I killed it. And I know what you're thinking, like, Andy, cactuses are a plant that, like, you're not supposed to be able to kill. Oh, I'm fully aware. That's why my dad gave me it. And then when I killed the cactus, he's like, here, let me give you a fern. Maybe that'll help. Killed that too. To be fair, I killed them because I overwatered them. I gave them too much love. So, take that with what you will. Like, it's not like I neglected them and that's why they died. I did too much and that's why they died. So for me, like, as pretty as I love a bouquet of flowers, I do love flowers. I just would prefer a box of chocolates. Number 6 is, what is your love language? So every time I get asked this question, I always have to re-look up like what all the love languages are because I forget what they are. But besides giving the cop-out answer of I'm a little bit of all of them, because that would be my true answer, is I would say that I am a little bit of all of the love languages. But if I had to pick the one out of them all, that I'm like, that one. That's the one that I'm the most. It would be words of affirmation. For me, that goes such a long way. My parents never really said, hey, good job. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, you're awesome. So, like, words of affirmation really, really get me. Which I also think is so dumb. Like, ooh, somebody tells you good job and you're just a mess, but it's true. It's true. See? Now, does this happen to anybody else? Like, I'll do this eye and not know what I'm doing. So one, it goes slower, which that's fine. But then I'll come over and I'll do this eye, and it just always comes out 1,000,000% better. Not only in the fact that it's faster, because I know what I'm doing, but just like, I always think that my left eye looks better. So I don't know if that happens to anybody else. But I just think the blend always comes out better. The eye itself always looks better. I don't know. I'm happy that we got pinks for Valentine's Day, though. And it wasn't just very blue-purple. Oh, and if I didn't, because I know I didn't say it, everything else that is on my face will be listed in the description box. And this is just a lip balm. I will put a lipstick on and all of that once we get the eyes done. For question number 7 is, sorry. If Cupid gifted you his bow for 24 hours, what would you do with it? Well, first I'd shoot myself with it and see, like, does it work? Does it make you extra fall in love with your spouse? Like, I would just want to see what happens when you get shot with Cupid's bow. Then, after I see what happens, if it does work, I'd be out there shooting all my friends with it. I'd be out there just, you fall in love and you fall in love. That's what I'd be out there doing. So, I'm very excited to see how Kay answers these questions. Because maybe I'm just a maniac. Be out here with a bow and arrow just shooting people up. Number 8 is, would you use a dating site if your current relationship didn't work out? And this is a 2-part question. So the first answer to that question is yes. Yes, I would. And the second part is, or if you had used a dating site, what's the funniest you've seen? So, yes, I would use a dating site if me and Ian didn't work out. We met on a dating site. We met on Plenty of Fish. So I absolutely would use one again. I think, especially since I don't really do much besides social media, that it would be semi hard to meet someone outside of internet dating. I've pretty much, except for my ex husband, have found every other relationship off of online dating. So, but I think the funniest profile, like bio that I've ever seen was people just quoting TV show stuff. Like, I never saw anything that was crazy out there that I can remember. My memory is ass. So, oh, what do I want to do with these shimmers? I'm going to go into the NYX glitter glue. And we're going to just see what I come up with. Because what I'm thinking is gold to pink to purple. Because I really kind of want to put that purple in the inner corner, and that gold is dark. So that's what I'm thinking, but we'll see if that actually looks good. So question number 9 is pink or red? Now, I took this a few ways because, so my answer is pink, but it's pink because, one, I don't think I look good in red clothing or jewelry. I just think it washes me out. Personally, though I do like myself with red hair. I've told a story before that I had red hair for years and years on end. So I did like that, but anything else red, I just don't think looks very good on me. But for makeup, I do like both, but I would say that I wear pink way more than I wear red. Even though I lust after red eyeshadows, I don't wear them very much. I actually don't think that looks that bad. I wish they blend together a little bit nicer. They just kind of want to stay in that line, but it's fine. But what the hilarious thing was, so when I was writing the answers out to these questions, I had a red pen and a pink pen, and I was like, I could do one or the other. I could do a mixture of both. I picked a pink pen to write all my answers in. So I feel like I also have to go with pink because, like, I picked a pink pen even over the red pen. Alright, that's a little darker than I thought it was going to be on the eye, on the inner corner. But it's still pretty. God, I hate the gold. I wish we hadn't gotten the gold. And for number 10, you received a stuffed animal for Valentine's Day. What animal would you want it to be? Well, I love stuffed animals. I actually collected them as a kid. They were my jam. So, I have a few answers to this question. One, a giraffe. We collect giraffes in this house. We are a giraffe household. We have 3. So, I would love a giraffe stuffed animal. 2, an octopus, because every time I see those giant octopi at Walmart with the big old legs and everything, oh, I love it so much. And I want one. But I also don't want to spend $50 on a stuffed animal. I think that that is absolutely ludicrous. Like, even the $30 stuffed animals at Walmart, I'm like, why are we spending $30 on a stuffed animal? I don't get it. Why are we doing this? But I think a shark would be cool too. I've kind of always wanted a shark stuffed animal. Also a snail. I just saw a snail stuffed animal when I went to Walmart the other day. And I love snails, so I think that that would be pretty cool. So, you know, we have options. But at the end of the day, honestly, any stuffed animal, and I'd be really happy with it. Those were the 10 questions. I'm going to pop off camera really fast, find a lip. I might throw some other stuff, like single shadows on here, just to tie it together a little bit. But this is what the eye look looks like, just the palette. So I'll be right back for you guys. All right, so here's the finished look. I went in with the NYX XXL Lingerie and Max Out for my lip. And then for the eyes, I just did a couple super shocks just to make the colors pop a little more. But then liner, mascara, all of that's in the description box. I like this palette. Like I said, I like the gold. I just wouldn't have paired this with the palette. I do think these two and this shade don't really go, because this with the pinks and purples would be a nice deepening shade, but these 3 shades just don't feel like they belong with the palette. Though I like the shades, I think they're pretty, I just don't think they go with the palette. I will be very happy to use this again. I love the like squishy shimmers that are in here. So this is the look that I came out with it. Those were the 10 questions. The questions are also, I'll leave them in the description box in case you'd also like to answer these. I hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day, whether you're celebrating with a spouse, with yourself. Just have some self-care today. And that's gonna do it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.